Hi y'all, it's me. This video was requested by Marisa, Creative Young Mama here on YouTube. Hey Marisa, she received from me at CHA a little mini book that I created. I created a whole bunch and took them to CHA to hand out to everyone that I got to see again or meet for the first time. And I'll put that link down below if you want to see what they all look like. Anyhow, she asked how I made it, and I had to make a tutorial since I didn't really follow anything. I just kind of did my own thing when I was doing this. Not to say that I'm the first person to ever do it. It's just the way that I do it. So let's get started. So I created all the envelopes by myself. You could actually use pre-made envelopes and cards if you choose, or make your own. It's kind of a little booklet that comes out like this. I'll show it to you more as we go along, but again, I'll put the video link down below. So I used the envelope punch board, and I used the measurements for the 4x6 card size. So the paper needs to be 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And this says to place it on the 3 3/8 mark. So I'm going to go to the 3 3/8 mark. Just follow the instructions for using this board. If you're not familiar with it, there's tons of videos on it that show you how to do it. It's very easy, and it's nice. Then, you know, I like using these as opposed to the store-bought ones because the thickness of the cardstock is nicer than the envelopes are. So it really doesn't matter. Just do whatever you like to do. So anyhow, you're going to go ahead and you're going to create your envelope just as it instructs you to do. This piece is optional. You don't have to punch the corners. I'm just in the habit of doing it, so I'm going to go ahead and punch those out for you. Okay, that's the only time we're going to need the punch board. So let me scoot this out of the way. And then now we have our envelope. So we're going to go ahead and crease, crease, and crease. 3 sides of it for now. Go ahead and use a little tape just to close this because I want to show you what the next steps are, and it's kind of sounds complicated, but it's not. So just bear with me. So let's go ahead and close up our envelope just on the one side on the bottom. If I can get this tape to cooperate. And just like that. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take, you need 4 of these. So go ahead and make all 4 ahead of time to get that part out of the way. And I'll put a sheet up after I'm done, again, covering the measurements and everything. So bear with me. All right. So the first 2 envelopes, you're going to lay on this, on your scoreboard, and you're going to score them at 5 inches right here. Just going to do a score. 5 inches. You need 2 of those. And then the next one, you're going to score at 4 3/4, which would be a little more further in, and then 4 1/4 will be your last one. When you have all of those 4 scores, that's when we can begin to put the book together. So I'm going to move this aside so that I can show you how this works. It's a little bit complicated at first, but just hang in there. You'll get the hang of it in a minute. Okay. These 2 are the ones that I scored at 5. You can see there, I have 5 here. So these 2 you're going to marry just like that. They're going to go into one another. So on this back one, the one that will be your back cover, I went ahead and put the adhesive on the reverse. So let's go ahead and peel that off. I'm not going to rush through this because this kind of can be complicated for a minute if you don't follow instructions, because we're putting the adhesive on the back side of the flap, which you would normally close an envelope, so it's here. So you're going to go ahead and insert that into that, and you want to make sure that those 5-inch lines measure. This can be a little tricky. Just have patience and you'll get it in there. I'm going to turn it this way just a little. And as soon as those lines marry with each other, go ahead and press that down, just like that. So now you have this piece which is going to become your front and your back cover, just like that. This flap right here, you can either glue it down if you want, or you're going to be covering it with paper, so you can or not, it doesn't matter. So the next one you want to work with is the one that measures 4 3/4 right here. 4 3/4. Now this one, the adhesive is going to go on the right where it's supposed to go if you were going to close an envelope, and you're going to place that one inside as well, but you're going to flip it. So these two openings will be facing one another, the back page and the third page. So let's do that now. I'll peel this off. I hope I don't mess up this video because I have to make all these again. So bear with me. I'm just going slow not to mess up anything. So the 4 3/4 one, you're going to slide it into the front cover, just like you did the other one, and make sure those lines again are lined up. The score lines, you'll see them when you're working with this. You'll get it. And once that's done, you want to go ahead and press that down. So now you have 3 pages. You've got the first cut, the cover, the third page, and the fourth page. Now we need page number 2. And I didn't put that on just straight, but it's okay. It's just to show you. So the one that's 4 1/4, you're going to use the adhesive on the back again of the flap because we want the 2 openings to face each other. So you're going to go ahead and peel that off if I can. And then we're going to marry that into the first envelope. Now all of these going into that first envelope will make your cover just a bit sturdier, which is nice. So you go ahead and slide that in. Make sure that line is there again, lined up. And go ahead and press that down. And again, make sure you line up your top and bottom. I'm not being so careful because I'm just trying to do this on a video quickly. So once you have that, you basically have your 4 pages. Now the next step is you're going to cut 4 pieces of cardstock, measure 5 1/2 by 6 1/4, and you're going to score it on the 5 1/2 side at 1 1/4. You're going to take these. Now the adhesive on this one is at the back of my measuring, which doesn't matter really because once you put them in, you'll see how it falls, and then you can just figure that out on your own. It's not a particular rule. Let me pull that off. Now I'm going to take that adhesive. I'm going to slide that into envelope number 1. And again, this can be a little tricky. Just have patience. It'll go in, and you can get it in there usually without too well. Now I'm not going to get it in there good because y'all are watching me. Doesn't worry. Don't worry. Nothing worry. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's try that again. You can taper the edges if that would help you too. I just kind of made so many of these that I just didn't bother after a while. So anyway, it's going to go in like that. Sorry for the little glitch. So you're going to do that, and you're going to repeat that through all of the different pockets that you have right here. Let's see if this one goes in better. See if we can get a reprieve on this one. So we're going to slide it in and bring it down to that score line that we want to make sure. I'm not sure how well you're seeing this. I can't look up the camera. And you're going to press that down. So now you've got page cover 1, 2, another envelope, 3, 4, and then you're going to do that again. This uses about 6 sheets of cardstock, 8 1/2 by 11. So not too bad. Okay, there you go. You're going to line that one in there. And then finally, the last one. It might be easier to use the envelopes, but like I said, the difference is the quality of the envelope. If they're not thick, then your pages won't be as sturdy. And I like them to be sturdy, so all right, we're going to go ahead and get that one in there. See, they start to go easier. After you do it for a little while, it gets easier. So there you go. That's basically how you can do the book. Now, you can either, let's see, you could cover these with paper as I show in the books I made to do a matting. You can also choose to leave this open underneath the matting if you'd like to put tags in. I didn't do it since it's right on the fold, and I really didn't think it would be good to have tags pulling out there. So, you know, I wouldn't advise doing it, but hey, if you want to, go for it. You could also technically slice off maybe the top and make a tag after you put paper on the front. I'm not sure. You can figure all that out, but this is just to give you the basic idea of how this book comes together. So let's go over the measurements once again. We're using the envelope board, 4x6 card size. You need 4. From the bottom, envelope bottom, you're going to score it at 1 envelope at 5, envelope 2 at 5, envelope 3 at 4 3/4, envelope 4 at 4 1/4. Then the inserts, which are the pages that I put in, measure 6 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you're going to score it at 1 1/4 on the 5 1/2 inch side, and you need 4. So feel free to play this back if you didn't catch it the first time how it comes together, but they're really easy once you get started. So thank you so much, Marissa. I hope this helps you, and I can't wait to see what you do. Thanks for watching. Do what makes you happy. Bye for now.